Alright, welcome back to Red Dead Redemption. This is part 13, and in this part we're just going to do some gang hideouts and some other miscellaneous stuff. So, from where we last left off at Armadillo, we're going to go ahead and open up our map, and we're going to go just north to Twin Rocks. And this will be the first gang hideout that we do, ever, in the entire playthrough. Unless you count like the missions that are kind of introducing some of the gang hideouts, like we did Gaptooth Breach with the mine, and Tumbleweed with the kind of dead town. But yeah, once you get here, you're gonna have to talk to this guy, and it'll give you a little quest here, some objectives, a bunch of guys, and you want to kill the two sniper guys up on the rocks here first, because they're gonna be annoying to deal with, and then you can move up and deal with the rest of the guys. Now here, I'm going to go for the next sharpshooter challenge, so I'm going to stop to try and shoot some guys' hats off. So that's one guy right there, and then another guy here. And the reason we're doing it here is just because there's a lot of guys that have kind of tall hats that are easy to shoot off compared to some other hats. But even if you miss some of them, or the sharpshooter challenge doesn't unlock for you whenever you shoot two guys hats off, you can kind of do it on some of the other guys here. You can kind of just keep aiming for their hats until you get the sharpshooter challenge. If you run out of hats, or like the hats fall off or whatever, you'll see right here some more guys run out, and you can get it on those guys pretty easily. And that's about where I'm going to count it, but if not, you can also do the last guy in here. You can shoot his hat off. But I don't know if that affects whether or not the gang hideout, like the good ending, happens, so I just kill him. I don't bother trying to go for the hat. You get a little cutscene here, and you'll see that you'll get the Twin Rocks complete, not completed for some reason. But you'll see there's a bunch of vultures everywhere, and that'll be the first gang hideout done out of 7. So I'm gonna go around looting everyone here. And the reason I showed the cutscene is because I wanted to show that that the vultures were there. Because what we're going to do is we're going to actually stop and kill all the vultures. And then we're going to go loot all the feathers off of them. And the reason we're doing this is because this is just an easy spot to get a bunch of feathers. We need a bunch of feathers for one of the stranger missions later on. And so I figured, might as well do it here just because it spawns a bunch of vultures. Why not? And the other gang hideouts, you'll have the same thing, where you'll kill a bunch of or you'll clear it out, and you'll have a bunch of vultures, and we'll be killing them when we get there. So if you can't find, some of your vultures might have landed up on the buildings here, so I just wanted to show that you can get up there. Of course, I'm just looking around for the other ones before I go up there. Honestly, probably could have sped this part up, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. But right here is about where I try to find my way up on top of the buildings. You'll see on this one, there's a ladder. And I thought like there wasn't a ladder on the other one, so you had to jump across. But no, you can climb a ladder right here. And then you can just jump over the thing and loot your vultures that are landed up there. And I thought there was another one here, but it turns out it's just below me. And yeah, so that's Twin Rocks. From there, we're gonna call our horse, and we're actually gonna go right behind Twin Rocks here, kind of to the north/northeast, I guess. Just this kind of hilly area. And what we're doing here is we're looking for bighorn sheep, and a lot of the times you'll get a couple of them at a time, but yeah, once you kill one, that'll be your next animal for the unnatural selection achievement. And we want to skin those because we do need to skin 5 of them. But like I was saying, in this area, as soon as you enter it, it's kind of chance, but sometimes you'll get like a big group of sheep, and other times you'll be, you know, like me here, where you only get one at a time. You'll be looking for, you know, an hour or two for all 5 of them, or you'll get all 5 at once. So it's kind of just chance. If you want to try and leave and save the game and come back to see if you can kind of get the sheep to spawn as you enter the area and kill them off that way, you can try that. But also, another tip, you want to not use bait, because bait usually just lures predators, and a lot of the times that'll lure over a big pack of wolves or a cougar or 2 cougars. I spent a lot of time in this area, and I didn't put bait down a single time, and I was still getting a bunch of wolves and cougars and everything. So just be careful, especially at night. You'll get a bunch of wolves. So yeah, and I just wanted to show here that there are deer as well in the area, so just be careful. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if you kill the deer, just know that there are deer in the area that can confuse you sometimes. Easy way to tell where the sheep are is if you listen for their little sound, little ba sound they make. And that's kind of how I found most of mine. But also it was really annoying hearing the sound and looking around and not finding any of the sheep. And here you can see this is my last sheep, and of course I get not surrounded, but yeah, kind of surrounded by a bunch of wolves. So, and I did end up losing my horse like once or twice in this area. So if you're still going for the Spur to Victory achievement by this point, honestly, good luck keeping your horse alive, because you get attacked almost constantly while you're over here. And because you spend so much time here, there's no like hitching posts or anything to heal your horse at. But also hitching your horse kind of messes with the achievement sometimes too, so even then, you know, you want to be careful. You can see I opened my inventory, and I did get all 5 sheep. I showed the bar, it was halfway, and of course right as I finished killing all 5 sheep, it spawned 3 more right at my feet. I don't know if you saw that, but it spawned 3 more right at my feet, right as I spent an hour or 2 looking for all 5. But yeah, just to save my challenge progress, because it's not completed yet, because we still need 5 elk skinned, I'm going to run back to Armadillo and save the game real quick. And then from there, we're going to head back out and get on our horse. And we're going to go all the way to the west, and we're going to mark Gaptooth Breach. This hideout is the one at the mine, so I went ahead and sped up the footage. It's going to be a little bit of a long ride over there. And once you're here, you want to ride to the yellow marker, and we're going to talk to some guy. He's going to tell you to save his friend, and he's kind of up by the little wood house that the track goes through. You can take cover behind any of the tents here. They're completely solid. And just kind of slowly pick off all the enemies. Once you get up to this house, there's going to be a guy up top, and then there's going to be one kind of inside on the bottom floor. For some reason, like, I couldn't see him. I don't know, like, where he was hiding. I thought maybe he was, like, up top in the room, and it was just, like, not telling me correctly. But nope, he was on the bottom floor. Once you enter there, you get a little cutscene cutting him free and stuff. You can push him down the stairs like I did if you want. It's pretty funny, but you don't have to. And then we're just going to be careful with this little kind of barn here, because a bunch of enemies will run out and start blasting you. And here I swapped to my handgun, and I'm going to go inside the mine, because that's where the rest of the hideout is. And this is going to be basically just like the mission. except there's not going to be any riding of the cart or anything like that. So you can take this nice and slow. There's not going to be too many enemies inside the mine. I mean, there's going to be a good amount, but they kind of funnel at you, so it's not too hard. The only thing you got to really watch out for is TNT, like here. Try and blow it up when you can. And of course also fire from the lanterns as well. And if you're having a hard time looking around corners, you can use the left and right on the D-pad to change which shoulder your camera is looking over. And that just kind of makes it a little easier to aim around the corner at enemies and stuff. Of course, I forget to shoot the TNT here, and I probably should have shot it before walking forward. Any of these guys could have hit it and blown me up and insta-killed me. At this point, it doesn't matter which way you go down this little split, but I like going this way just so I can have like an overview of all the enemies down there. You just gotta be careful, of course, across the way here. There's gonna be a guy. And of course, my handgun doesn't reach because, you know, they don't reach that far. You need a rifle for that. Or a repeater. And as you can see, you can still shoot the oil lamps to set people on fire if you need to. In my game, Floyd died, so I didn't get the good ending of the hideout, but it's not that important. The important part is just completing it. Feel free to shoot all the TNT when people are close. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. Got 2 guys with that one. There's 1 guy left, but I'm going to run and loot the little treasure chest here. And then after that, you're good to leave. I don't even know that you have to kill all the enemies, but they're going to be blocking the entrance, so might as well. And the last few enemies are going to be right at the exit. Of course, I'm taking it slow for no reason. You can definitely just run in guns blazing and complete it as fast as you can. As long as you prioritize surviving. And once you exit, that'll be the Gaptooth Breach hideout completed. And that's going to get us 2 things. That's going to get us our second gang hideout cleared. And it's going to get us our final treasure hunter outfit scrap, which in turn gets us the treasure hunter outfit, our 3rd outfit out of the 9 we need for the 100%. So from here, we're going to get on our horse. Feel free to loot the tents for chests and stuff. I'm pretty sure there's a couple tents that have some chests. And then we're going to ride all the way to Tumbleweed, just to the east of here. You'll get a marker for a captured sheriff, and you don't want to run all the way to him immediately because it will spawn enemies kind of like all around you. So just be careful. As soon as you enter the town, they'll kind of all get marked on the map. And of course, this guy in the house is going to give you trouble because he's just in a weird, awkward position in relation to the door. But I would try and use these doorways to take out a lot of guys kind of out in the open. There's also a chest right next to me here if you want to loot that. I don't know if there's anything good in it, but better to open it than to not open it. Before you cut free the sheriff, you want to make sure to clear everything out so he doesn't die when you're running up to the next section. Of course, I probably could have sped this part up, but, you know, I don't tend to speed things up when it's actual gameplay, just kind of when it's travel. Remember to keep going for headshots in case you don't have the bullseye achievement yet. And use whatever weapon you don't have your 500 kills on. And of course, I suck at aiming, so I'm gonna miss this guy like 12 times before I finally hit him. And now that we've kind of cleared everything else out, we can go free the sheriff, and you'll get a little cutscene, and you can run up to the house now, just like in the mission. And just like last time, there's going to be a bunch of guys hiding behind the stone wall, some guy hiding up in the middle kind of window, some in the basement, and just like in the mission, this piece of cover is kind of weird to aim from. And once you kind of clear the front here, instead of going into the front door, we're going to go around to the basement again. Once everyone's dead, you can go back out to the sheriff. But before we do that, we're going to go over to here and dig out this little treasure chest. And that will be the next treasure hunter challenge completed. You'll get another bar of gold and another map. And then you can head up and out the front door to talk to the sheriff.
I sure appreciate all the help, partner. It won't be forgotten. I promise you that.
And that'll be Tumbleweed complete. That'll be 3 out of 7 gang hideouts cleared. Making huge progress on the gang hideouts. And from here I sped up the footage because it is just travel. But here we're going to go do the lights, camera, action mission, stranger mission, over at Benedict Point. Now this should have spawned earlier on, and you might have done this earlier on, but for me it hadn't spawned yet, so I'm doing it now, because it's on the way. And all you gotta do is win a duel with this guy here, but not kill him. You just gotta aim for his hand. Should be pretty simple.
Don't kill me, please. I'm just an actor.
Go back to work then.
And then from there, we're going to get back on our horse and head over to Fort Mercer. Now, this fort, or this gang hideout, should not be available to do yet as of this point. For me, it wasn't when I went there, but it's always good to check if you want to do it this early. But it does not matter. We're going to do it again later on. I think like 2 more times. 2 times, because we don't do it here. But if you want to do it here, then you'll end up doing it 2 more times. But yeah, to check, you just want to kind of go around the whole wall and check to see if there's a marker that pops up. But for me, it didn't happen, so I just continued on. The stranger to save his wife that popped up for me, that's not the Fort Mercer at all. That's just a random event that happened. So now we're back at Armadillo, and we're gonna go to the theater, and we're gonna talk to McKenna to tell him about what happened. And that'll be the next step of the lights, camera, action quest done. And from there, that'll be the end of the episode. So just right over to the safe house. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you tune into the next one. See ya.
I don't think so.